All right.
Mm.
Ninja Dawa, what is a woman according to Islam, man? When does a woman become married according to
A
Islam?
woman is a woman that is mature, which thinks before. A mature woman is a woman that can think, can
What
acts
do you mean?
mature.
What do you mean by can think? You keep using these very relative terms. What you mean
Yeah,
by
for
can
think
think?
for herself. That doesn't need anyone's
What
help.
does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that
What
mean?
does
I
that
just
look
told you what it
like? Yeah,
means.
can think.
When she thinks
Yeah.
for herself,
A
she's
12 year
mature.
old
She doesn't need anyone's.
a 12-year-old can think for herself. What does think for yourself mean in your
Make
context?
decisions. She
So,
knows about marriage
so,
responsibilities.
What are
so
marriage
my
respons
daughter's number one.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, my daughter's number 2 in the state of New Jersey right now, as far as mathematics and science. Does that mean that she's a woman and she's 9 years old?
No, not nowadays. No.
Why
By the way,
not?
there's an IS guy in the chat with an IS flag.
That's crazy.
Muslim Ishani. He's from Chechnya.
Yeah, I want to talk about the
Proud
single
IS.
part, which Rob Christian said about the
No, no,
single
no, no,
wife
no,
after
no, no,
12,
no, no,
right?
no, no, no. What I want to do first is determine this. If you saw a man that married a 12-year-old, is he wrong according to Islam?
Is he wrong according to Islam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Why?
Because in today's age, women don't grow up faster. They normally hit the puberty at 14 to
No,
13,
that's
if I'm not
cap.
mistaken.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie?
It
Okay,
is,
watch
yeah.
this, guys. Watch this.
bro.
He just cooked himself. Watch this.
Yo, he crazy.
Hold
Have
on.
you ever seen these 12-year-olds that are out here now, bro? Are you crazy?
I'm not talking to you. Stop speaking to me. I'm not talking to you. You're irrelevant. Naz, me and you, okay? You remember me from your last slide, right?
Yep.
You're in your feelings.
If I show you right now that women reach puberty at the age of 12 today, what would you say?
Reached at 12, I would say that's probably true.
Okay, so why did you deny it when I said it the first time?
You said 14.
I said 13 to 14.
Yeah, I said 12.
Okay, and it can lead up to 14 as well, right?
Yeah, no, my point is the average age of menstruation in the United States right now is 12 years old.
We're not
So,
talking about the
yeah.
United States. We're
Okay,
talking about the whole.
worldwide. Yeah, we'll just say worldwide. Here, I got you.
Okay. Worldwide, go ahead.
Got you. Yeah, 12.
12.
And it's actually
Okay, what about
wait. And it's decreased.
Decreased.
It's decreased. So the age is actually the age of menstruation has actually went down. You know how y'all always make this claim that the age of menstruation is continually going up? It was actually went down. It was 12 and a half years in 1950. Now it's 12 years. Now let me ask you, now back to the question, right? Is this 12-year-old a woman?
Okay. Say that again, bro.
Is this 12-year-old a woman?
Yeah, according to the past, she was a young woman, yeah.
All right, according to okay, so is she eligible to be married?
Well, say that again, bro.
Is she eligible to be married and consummated with?
Yeah, if she's hit the age of puberty, yes. If she's mature, yes. I
I.e.,
just
so
said
Islam allows you to marry 12-year-olds as long as they had their puberty.
no, that's not what I
That's
said.
what you just
In
said.
Islam, a girl becomes a woman when she reaches puberty.
Okay, so so is a woman eligible to be married and consummated with?
Yeah, that's up to her though. If she wants to get married, then that's
No
up to her. But
problem.
I said in Islam,
If a 12-year-old wants to get married in Islam, she can get married to a 50-year-old man when she's 12, right?
no girl will marry a 50-year-old man.
I'm
today.
asking you. I'm just asking the question. Can you just answer the question? If a 12-year-old wants to get married to a 50-year-old, you can marry a 12-year-old to a 50-year-old, right?
No.
Why not?
Because today is wrong.
Why is it wrong if Allah doesn't say it's wrong? What are you going off the law of the kuffar to the law of Allah? What does the law of Allah say?
Yeah,
That's
the Sharia law literally says
That's
the law
kuffar
says
within itself. That's kuffar
No,
within
no, no.
itself. You're damn near committing shirk.
A law says Naz. A law says that if a child is ready for marriage and she's hit puberty, she can get married. It doesn't say she can marry an old woman, a man. You just made that up, bro.
Does it say she can't? Does it specify age?
A
gap or
child
something?
cannot fully understand marriage. Okay, even if she says yes, it's not real. It's not a real consent because her mind is still growing.
Okay, yeah. How
So
do you know?
Islam protects
How do you
children.
determine when her mind is fully grown? What's the determination on this?
Yeah, if she's fully mature.
What
not
does
all
that
women are
mean?
mature at
You
the
you
age of
keep
12.
just saying that. What does that mean?
Do you want me to explain it to you in English or in
I want you to
Chinese,
explain
bro?
it to me with the Quran, with fiqh, with something Islamic. I don't really care what you think. Islamically,
Okay.
prove it to me.
Okay, she understands what marriage is. She can make
Yeah,
make her own
marriage-
choices. She
yeah.
knows what good. She knows. Hold on. She knows what's good and bad. She's not physically grown, but also mentally ready.
Okay, so
these are all maturity.
all that can go to 12. All that can be at 12.
Okay.
12-year-olds
what's
know
your point?
right from wrong.
Naz, I didn't even finish making my point. Islam actually protects children.
Okay, once
Islam,
again,
a wali.
let's go to this again, right? When
Okay,
is a
no
woman
problem.
is a woman eligible to be married in Islam? Yes or no?
A woman or a
A woman,
young woman?
a woman, a young woman, doesn't matter. Anybody with the name woman, is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
woman
yeah.
eligible to be married in Islam?
Yes, they are.
Young woman, old woman, it doesn't matter. All right. When does one become a woman?
When does a one become a woman?
Don't
I'd
change your
say
answer because you're on YouTube. You change your answer, everybody gonna hear you. Just a second ago.
physical signs of puberty.
All right, puberty. So
Maturity
yeah,
in
there
mind.
you go. Perfectly. No, you puberty. She becomes puberty.
Okay.
That's when she menstruates, right?
Yeah.
So if a 10-year-old menstruates, is she a woman?
I'd say
Not what you said. What does Islam say? According to Islam, 10-year-old menstruates, is she a woman?
if a 10-year-old gets a period, she becomes physically able to have children.
So is she a woman?
Can she have children at 10 if she hits puberty? Yes or no?
Yeah. Is she a woman?
She's a young woman, yeah.
Okay. So she's eligible to be married, right?
Yeah, because she can have children at that
And
age. Yeah.
consummated with, right?
Consummated, yeah.
All right. So Islam allows you to have sex with 10-year-olds as long as they bleed. Thanks. That's all I asked. That's it. That's the question.
What about if she's 3 years old and she reaches the age of puberty?
What do
Because
you
there are
know
some
the
cases like
You're
that.
just adding
Is she a
fallacies right now.
woman? Is she a woman if she's 3 years old?
What 3-year-old do you know that hits puberty, Rob?
There are cases that happen. You should know that about science. Right?
Out of 1% around the world, maybe, I don't know.
Who cares? So if a 3-year-old hit puberty and it's a rare case, is she a woman?
No, she's not.
What's your condition for that?
That's not even correct in
Moments
Islam.
ago, you said as long
A
as she reaches the age
3-year-old
of
is a
puberty-
child, not a woman. In Islam,
I thought that you said it's recorded. You said
in
as long
Islam,
as
hold
she-
on. In Islam,
You
a
said,
woman-
hold on, let me finish. You said if she reaches the age of puberty, she becomes, she reaches the age of puberty, she starts to bleed, she's a woman. Now, if she's 3 or 4 years old, it's a rare case. That means you can marry her off and she can consummate the marriage with a man, right?
No, you're adding words in my mouth, the Rob Christian. If someone says, like you just said, even if a 3-year-old girl gets a period, she's still a child, my friend.
Okay. So
In
is
every
it
other way.
was Aisha a child when Muhammad consummated the marriage with her at the age of 9?
She was a young woman because she hit puberty at a young age. She was
Prove it.
actually she was engaged
Look,
before
hold
Prophet
on,
Muhammad.
hold on. I will take my shahada and I will lick the black stone like you Muslims do if you can prove to me that when Aisha was 9 and Muhammad consummated the marriage with her, that she hit puberty. Prove it, and I will take my shahada.
Yeah, so okay, first of all, Aisha was young when she married the
I
Prophet.
asked you for proof. Prove to me and the host and everybody who's listening. We have a good crowd. They want to see me convert to Islam. If you can prove that when Muhammad split her moon in half at the age of 9, she hit puberty, she started to bleed.
Okay. Do you know anything about Aisha's life?
More than you think.
She was of course. She was physically mature enough for marriage.
Prove it.
Okay, no problem.
Source that says that Aisha hit puberty. Don't give me a false translation because I know Arabic. I
Let 'em
will
cook.
barbecue you.
انت عربي؟
أفهم اللغة العربية وأقرأ وأقدر أعلمك اللغة العربية.
Okay,
But
okay,
that's not
okay.
the case. The case is you made a huge claim. You said when Muhammad mounted Aisha at the age of 9, she started to bleed at the age of 9. Prove it, and I'll take my shahada. Give me a
Okay,
source,
no problem.
authentic source, on anything.
Let's see. Let me boot
Okay,
it
no
up.
problem. Go to Sunan Abu Dawud Hadith 4401.
I said to you, listen carefully.
I just gave you the Hadith. Read it.
Okay.
Stop being
If it's
disingenuous.
false translation, I will put it between your eyebrows and I'll cook you with it.
Okay,
Go
no
on.
problem.
What's the
Because I know
number?
Arabic, you're going to get cooked.
Sunan Abu Dawud Hadith 4401.
440. Let's see what it says. I want to see if it's even in a bad translation. If it says anything.
What's the number again?
4401.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's what you want. This says a low,
Sunan Abu Dawud.
yeah, Sunan.
Where's
Abu
the talking
Dawud.
about Aisha?
It doesn't say anything about.
Yeah, the
Aisha.
pen is lifted from 3, the one who is asleep until he wakes up, the child until he reaches puberty, and the insane until he becomes sane. This is talking about the puberty of a child. And Aisha meets all these criteria.
Where's the proof?
You said Aisha.
I just gave you, this is explaining child puberty.
No.
Are you slow?
He literally asked you. No.
حيوان ابن حيوان انت.
He specifically asked you for a hadith that said Aisha. Hit Peter to
Aisha.
Muhammad consummated the
I
marriage.
asked you for an authentic source where Aisha, when Muhammad mounted her and
I
split
gave
her
you one,
in
bro.
half,
You're ignoring it. You're
where
ignoring it.
she
All right, Ninja Dollar,
where
do me a favor.
she
Watch your head.
bled.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
And
You see?
you're racist.
Ooh.
Good Muslim.
He's like a prophet. Guys, I told you, I will take
Yeah,
my